What's up, everyone? Hope you're all having a good Memorial Day weekend here at the Toy Box. Finally able to get here and detail up the 2022 Challenger Jailbreak. I threw a charger on there because I wasn't exactly sure when I was going to be able to get here to do this. But time is ticking, and I have this car set up for tint and clear wrap on Tuesday at Solar Shield here in Savage. And I need to get this thing prepped and any imperfection taken out and taken care of before that happens, because as you all know, once you put the wrap on there, everything that's underneath it is there until the wrap comes off. In other news, this week starts construction. New project here going on at the Toy Box. We're going to build a 1,500 square foot little storage building right over there, because we want to put all this crap in it and not with the ladies. So anyway, I'm getting the buckets all filled up over there. I have a number of cars I need to detail, the R8 being one of them. I need to wash the Taycan Cross Turismo. I want to get this new C6 all cleaned up. There's a few more here actually that are pretty dirty, but specifically I want to focus on this. The more I look at it, I think this is actually a pretty sweet, not mistake, but goof up for the Challenger. I had those brass monkey wheels picked out for this, same style, just different color, and I think this actually looks pretty good, and it'll look even better. This is a big car. It'll look even better once it's tinted. Got some WeatherTech mats we're gonna throw in there at the end, and hopefully we're not gonna find anything bad on here, but once I get done cleaning her up, I'll give you guys the tour of the options that I picked. I don't typically foam before rinsing off the car, but I plan on spending some time on these wheels and tires, and I just want the foam to kind of penetrate and do some work to the paint before I touch it. So nothing's going to be diluted here. I'm just going to put some Mega Foam on the paint real quick and let that sit while I do the wheels. Forgot to unplug the battery charger. Okay, we're gonna let that sit while I clean the wheels. how dirty those tires are. This is just for transportation. Those are some big wheels. 305s in the front. feels good. It'd be so nice if there's a technology in paint that makes it not sheet like this from the factory. It makes it, super strong. That'd be pretty cool. Oh man. When the delivery guy dropped my key, I broke one of these tabs. Right there. Damn it. Sounds good. Okay, she's all cleaned up. I'm gonna go ahead and dry her off camera, and then I'll show you guys around. And there we have it. I didn't do the wheels that great, but it's because as I was walking around drying her off using the CS3 graphene aid, I'm just looking at stuff, and I saw this while washing it. Very few flaws, but you see that? It's like adhesive or almost acting like tar, but some of it came off in the wash itself, but most of it did not. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of 210 from McGuire's. I'm gonna throw it on a little pad. Just gonna polish that crap out of there. Not taking much. Alright, that's all it took, I guess. Oops, some right here too. It looks like sealant, like what was in the windows. What they used to attach the seals. Okay, she's gone. Got some CS3 left over on this towel. Be alright. So it's just that one little mark that is now taken care of, and the other little stuff that I found one little deal right there. Looks like maybe a screwdriver mark or something. I'm thinking some heat might be able to fix that, or at least make it look better. I don't want to warp the plastic by any means, but then the only other little part that I found, which I both blame and appreciate, that little yellow guard that Mopar sends these cars out with. But I think something got between it. See that? I think something got between this and that little yellow piece that caused a little bit of rash. But that's not bad. Here's where that damage was. See? I think I can get most of this out, or at least looking better again with some heat or some type of fairly aggressive clean. I just don't want to dull the finish on this. You know, it's a nice matte finish. I don't want to modify it. I don't want to alter that at all. Because there's not a whole lot on here, honestly, that I could find that needs to be polished. I found one little mark right about here. Kind of see that in the light. See that? I'll probably just do that by hand real quick. It's not worth to me taking out the polisher when this paint is really, I got lucky I think by not having them touch it. The paint's in really amazing shape. So let's give you a quick walk around here real quick. So this is the 2022 Challenger SRT Jailbreak. I picked the same color that I had as my Hellcat Red Eye wide body, and that is the granite exterior. I really like this, plus it kind of complements the SRT Viper, which last year built for that. That along with this I think is going to be a keeper. And I thought, and I tossed around the idea of going silver or white because I'm a really big silver fan, but I'm more of a gray fan and a white fan. However, the Mopar or Chrysler white is not very good. The Wagoneer we just got, for example, had to have a door repainted, a bumper repainted, and we found even more flaws as we were clear wrapping it. But It's just really poorly done, and I've noticed that the Chrysler, at least, their metallic paint ends up looking a lot nicer. I mean, look at this. This looks really nice. Next, I did these are gunmetal stripes. I thought they were carbon or black because you can kind of see right here. That looks black to me, not gunmetal. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe it's the angle. Some angles looks darker, some angles looks lighter. But I wanted to go with this two-tone look on there to kind of break it up a little bit and make it separate from something else. Because that's what the benefit is from the Jailbreak, is that you have, honestly, thousands of different configurations that you can put together from, I think there's 7 wheel choices. I think there's like 6 or so stripes that you can't get on the Hellcat, for example. And just the options are not endless, but they're so much more than what you would see on a Hellcat or a regular Challenger. So that's why I went with those stripes to contrast it, as well as these wheels. These are they call them the Devil's Rim. This is the Devil's Rim in the granite color. Not what I ordered originally. What I ordered was the brass color, kind of like the outside of the Hellcat logo there. But it was a mistake. Something that wasn't caught by me at the time of, finalizing the order with Granger there. I'm not mad about it. I think it looks really good. I think it would have looked equally as good, if not better, with a little contrast, because this wheel is essentially a matte version of the paint, which, again, I think it looks great. Not my first choice, but I think it suits the car nicely. Next, you can pick with the Jailbreak up to, I think it's 4, maybe 5 different caliper colors. I went with the gunmetal. Again, thinking it would have contrasted nicely with the brass badge, but it looks nice with these granite wheels. I think they almost look black. That's just notice that. Depends on the angle, but they are gray. But the gunmetal calipers here, I thought these would have matched better. I don't think they put the wrong stripes on here, but these are called gunmetal stripes. They're not carbon, they're not black, even though they look black. The gunmetal, and I was hoping that these were going to maybe match these a little bit better. Would look something a little bit similar to that Viper up here. I didn't want them that light though, so I'm glad that they came out dark like this. I just think it's kind of, I don't want too many colors on this. That's the kind of reason why I'm happy with the mistake on the wheels, because it's, it's not a whole bunch of different colors on here. Next, I did the brass, I mentioned already, but the brass monkey badges. It's only this one and the Hellcat logo on the side. I probably would have still done this because I think it looks, if you can focus, there we go. I think it still looks pretty sharp. It makes it pop from the paint a little bit. Okay, next, towards the rear, I did the SRT Performance spoiler. I don't think my last one had this. This thing seems much larger. But it's in a nice matte black finish, and I thought it would look super nice. It doesn't have any badging on here, which is fine by me, because I don't know, I just think it's fine. Okay, I'll bring you guys into the inside. First thing I had to do, which I'm a big supporter of having nice audio in cars. In my Porsches, for example, I always pick the highest end trim for the audio. So these have the Burmester audio system. And dare I say, I don't know if it's because it's got 2 subs in the trunk, but this 19-speaker Harman Kardon system sounds so good that I wish I kind of had this in all my other cars. It is a Challenger. It's cheap, so it's plastic, but I don't hear any of the rattles. It's just really crisp highs and low lows. It just sounds really nice. Next, I did the black Laguna leather. Speaking of which, I don't remember the Hellcat having memory seats, let alone power seats on the driver's side. Maybe I'm wrong. It's been about a year since I've had that one, but I don't remember that. Anyway, I went with the black Laguna leather seats. These things just have really nice bolstering, and more importantly, they have super soft, nice leather throughout the whole cabin, except for some of the cheaper parts. But the armrest, the dash, here, the door panels, just super nice leather. It's not, it's not nap or anything like you see on a German car, but it's nicer than what you would see from the factory stock option, in my opinion. Allegedly, this is real carbon fiber. I'm skeptical. Maybe I'm used to the carbon fiber in the German cars, but this just seems like it's plastic. In theory, allegedly, this is the real carbon fiber trim. I want to bring some sportiness to it, as well as some luxury. Hopefully you can, there we go. My Hellcat did not have this. It just had a cloth headliner, but I did select the suede headliner. It brings a different class to the car. I think a different quality. Oh, this is leather wrapped too. I didn't notice that. you pay a lot of money for this car, and having this suede headliner just enhances, you know, the feel of what you're paying for. You know, yeah, you pay for a loud car and it sounds great and it's fast as hell, but it still feels like a cheap Challenger or a cheap Dodge. But then this type of stuff helps add to the luxury. Other options I did was let me turn this off. I did the I think it's the technology package they call it, and that just comes with rain sensing wipers, which I'm never going to use because I don't intend on driving this car in the rain, as well as automatic high beams, which I guess it's cool. I forgot this too. I did update the navigation, despite I think everybody nowadays using their phone for navigation. I just wanted the package there just to have. And what was the other one? I think the last one was the convenience package, which comes with, I think there's sensors in this rear quarter panel that detects, you know, oncoming cars. And that is it. I spent the better part of an hour putting this damn brake pedal in, this pad, which just came installed from the factory, but the way this has to go on there is absolutely ridiculous. Highly recommend Dodge put that on from the factory. And I got some WeatherTech mats for it. That pretty much sums it up. I think this will end up being a keeper for us because I don't foresee, you know, cars like this being around for much longer. So this will definitely, you know, I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna hand polish some of these little spots that I found, such as that. And this thing is good to go to get tinted and clear wrapped. God, look how far I have to back up to get this whole thing in frame. This is like, it's like 20 feet. Big shout out to subscriber Dave. Appreciate you reaching out and letting me know about the folks over at Granger having an allocation. I do believe I got their only one for the year, so big shout out to them as well. They gave me a pretty hefty discount off of this MSRP, about 10% actually. And I'm seeing these things sell for $50K over MSRP, or at least they're being listed for that. What do you guys think about the clear wrapping over these stripes? I do like the contrast. I think it'll still look nice, even though there's going to be a gloss wrap on this and this. I'm not going to separate it and cut it down the middle because I want it to be seamless as possible. But we'll have that done this week by the folks over at Solar Shield. If you guys are ever in Minnesota or in the area, I highly suggest them. They do super nice work. Man, that CS3 just leaves behind a film. Went kind of fast though at it too. I have a whole bunch of other cars I need to clean up. Got the new Z06 in that I want to get cleaned up, as well as the Taycan and the S-Class, that 911. There's a whole bunch of cars that need to be cleaned up. So what do you guys think of this? I think it's a really nice build. I'm not mad about the wheels. I think it looks really nice. It'll look better once it gets some tint on the windows, so it's not a fishbowl. Do you guys remember this? Maybe I'm just losing it or something, but I really do not recall memory seats. I have to go back in my old videos and look at that. I think that's a nice upgrade. Along with, this was a gripe of mine in the Hellcat, that little center console in the back was crooked. I notice all the little imperfections. It's a curse. I hate it, but I love it. So, all right, guys. Well, y'all have a good rest of your Memorial Day weekend. I'm gonna end this video here. As always, I appreciate you watching and stay tuned for more videos. Thanks.